Welcome back to AskAPop. Today we're talking about when trouble troubles you, what do you do? For anybody that was lucky enough to know my papa, that's John Akers, by the way, I'm pretty sure they'd say the same thing that I always say. He was a gentleman, most of the time anyway. He was definitely a fair man and a loving man who loved his family very, very deeply. He taught me a saying when I was a teenager that took me a long time to figure out. And one of the first and really one of the only times I ever saw a different side of him, it was because somebody else was trying to do something to one of his family members. And that was when I really understood that saying fully. That saying was never trouble trouble till trouble troubles you, but when trouble troubles you, you trouble trouble right back. He didn't have to use words that day, and he didn't have to use threats. Just his entire demeanor just changed. In that moment, he wasn't sitting on the sidelines anymore. He wasn't smiling. He just came into the game. He was there. To be honest, I know, and heck, I'm related to a lot of people that'll cuss first and ask questions later, and people expect them to come into the battle ready for bear, and they're used to it. And hey, you be you, boo. That's just the way they are. But that wasn't Papa. That wasn't the way he acted. And Christ tells us, and he told us throughout his entire ministry, that loving our neighbor, that's important. Heck, he put it right up there as one of the two greatest of these when he was talking about the commandments. He said that we ought to make sure to do that, but he also showed us through his actions that love doesn't always mean accepting everything that's going on. When he was in the temple and he saw what they were doing in his father's house, he took some actions. And then in one of his most famous sermons, Sermon on the Mount, he showed that a quiet rebuke can carry more strength, courage, and love than any fight ever could. Just a thought from a guy that never troubles trouble, but trouble, you watch out, because I'm always ready should you decide to trouble me, because I got pretty good teachers. Bible verses today are John 2:13 through 25 and Matthew 5:38 through 48. As far as questions, what do you do when trouble troubles you? Will you change it now a little bit? God bless you. Have a great day.